Hello and welcome back to Pod-ket Monsters, a Pokemon podcast where Pokemon fans talk about Pokemon news and everything else Pokemon. My name is Dustin Cunningham, and joining me as always, the Zamazenta to my Zacian, Jeff Grizz Ulrich. Jeff,
Pokemon.
How are you this morning? Pokemon!
I'm doing great, Dustin. How are you?
Good. When I typed those notes up, I didn't even realize how many times I said Pokemon, and then I was like, I'm just going to roll with it. Like,
In case anyone forgets what this show's about.
We're all about Pokemon here.
Pokemon.
Yeah, so today Jeff and I thought it would be fun to assign each other some gym types and make us choose a Pokemon team based on that type. We will be choosing everything on the spot today, so we won't have any teams prepared ahead of time. So we're just basically
Flying off the cuff.
I'll essentially be like, Jeff, make a blah 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 team, and then he'll have to come up with the team of anywhere from 2 to 6, however many Pokemon you want to do for that.
And we'll give our reasons for why we want those particular Pokemon on our team. And, just it's all going to be off the dome. I mean, we're going to have the lists of Pokemon in front of us for each type. So hopefully we don't get too focused on one generation. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, basically my plan is to essentially, once we are given a type, I will essentially look through and see what I want, and then I'll kind of make a list based on that and go through all of them, not just generation 1 or 3, as everybody knows 3 is my favorite. So all right. So that's what we're going to do today. Before we even get into the news, though, I did want to remind everyone we just uploaded another episode recently. It was featuring Brian BMAC McMeans, and we're talking about his experience working in a card shop during the current Pokemon TCG craze. Also going back to just working in a card shop in general, and during previous crazes. So to make sure to check out that one, if you haven't already, that one was really great. We got to ask a lot of questions. It was really cool to kind of hear the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think
working
personally,
of that side of it.
One of the more interesting, topics that we've had. I really hope that people will check out that episode if they haven't already.
Yes, as the TCG is just super popular right now, I think that's a fun one to kind of check out to see just what it's like to be on that side of it. But anyways, let's get into the news before we get into our big topic. So first up on the news, the Wild Area event has been shifted in Pokemon Sword and Shield for a new extra event. With this, for the next few days, Pokemon themed around frogs will be available, with shiny Politoed. I don't think I need this one here. Didn't mean to add that in there. But the event runs until today, basically. So that's kind of cool. All themed around Pokemon or frog type Pokemon. So Venusaur, Politoed, that type of stuff.
Did you think,
so if you want to
on that
check
note,
that out.
did you think Venusaur was a frog?
No, so I didn't think Venusaur was a frog, and then I forgot about it until when I was looking at the news. It showed a picture of Venusaur, and I was like, "Oh, right."
Yeah, for me, it was that I definitely did not think. I thought he was a dinosaur. His name ends in "saur," so dinosaur. Yeah. But then in Pokemon Let's Go, when they had Venusaur following you around, he hops like a frog.
Yeah,
it kind of blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's a frog!"
I think that blew like everybody's mind when they show that. If you don't know, on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, your Pokemon can follow you, and when Venusaur's following you, he hops behind you, and it's really funny. So yeah,
I just like it was kind of mind blowing because it's like almost like finding out that Delibird's tail is a bag.
Yeah. Jeff, how many times do you think we'll talk about Delibird's tail being
when
a
it
bag?
Stops shocking me is when we will stop talking about it.
So that event goes on through today. So if you want to participate in that in Pokemon Sword and Shield, today's your last day to do it. So get out there and catch some shiny Politoads. Also, today marks the Pokemon Go Community Day. Today, for 6 hours in each region, Gibble will appear en masse in Pokemon Go with a chance of getting a shiny Gibble. During this event, when you evolve Gabite into Garchomp, it will know the move Earth Power, which is exclusive to this event, which that's kind of cool. I actually thought that was an interesting thing, that there's an exclusive move to this event, which is cool.
Yeah, they've done that for quite a few of these community days. It used to be a lot more special, but then they keep bringing those moves back, and there's other ways to get them.
Yeah,
which in some ways is really cool. In other ways, it takes away a little bit of the specialness. But so far, that's a unique thing for this particular community day.
Yeah. And this coincides with the three times catch experience and 3 hour instance rate. So basically what that means is that you get extra experience for catching Gibble during this event, and then incense lasts a lot longer as well too. So that's awesome. This it runs from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. your local time. So wherever you are, it's 11 to 5. So for some people, it may already be running, maybe over. For me, it started about 20 minutes ago. So I will probably hop into this a little bit. Even before we started, I caught a couple Gibbles. So I want that. I want that shiny Garchomp. So I might try to catch a couple after we're done with this.
I actually already have
Um,
a shiny Gibble from in Pokemon Go that I hatched from an egg, which was really really cool. I was super stoked when that happened. But of course,
nice.
the moment they announced it's going to be a community day one, I'm like, oh great, now everybody's going to have a shiny Gibble.
That's like it's not related to Pokemon, but in the original Destiny, I finally got a Galahorn like 2 weeks before
They were
Zur
just
had it,
giving
or
them
before
away.
they nerfed it or something like that. Yeah. So it was like I had to enjoy it while I could. So yeah. Community day, go participate, get outside, have fun, wear your mask if you know,
After the
be
show though,
safe.
go
Yeah,
participate
after the show.
after the show.
After the show. Yeah. We'll get it over quickly so you can go participate. Also in Pokemon Go news, had a Pokemon Go Fest, which is coming up next month. The maximum amount of Pokemon you can store has been increased to 4,500. To get to this amount, you need to purchase upgrades with which increase your storage space by 50 per purchase. So basically, what that means is that you're only limited to a certain amount of Pokemon you can have, and if you want to increase that amount of Pokemon you can have, you have to buy using either in-game currency, which you can get from just doing events, or with real cash that you can buy as well too. Microtransactions. That's why how that game is making so much money is mainly microtransactions. But that's cool. I think my current is like 750 that I can have,
Oh, I
and
don't.
mine.
I'm embarrassed. Mine's 3,000.
Oh, geez. I don't play enough to actually like want to go buy more space, and I'll buy more space as I need it, just with my in-game currency. So it's
Yeah,
like if I have enough, I'll just buy the in-game
I've definitely
currency.
spent some money on this game.
All right, so moving away from Pokemon Go news, the Pokemon Company has announced the next Japanese trading card game set for Japan as part of a new promotion. This is the 7th TCG set that comes in 2 different sets, Skyscraping Perfect and Blue Sky Stream. They'll be out July 9th, 2021, and feature the return of Dragon type cards, uh, this time with no weaknesses or resistances. Now, I wanted to talk about this one because the next Pokemon TCG American set is called Evolving Skies, which comes out in August, and it looks a lot like it's going to be Rayquaza themed.
Yeah.
So this kind of fits into that as well too. And usually the sets will come out not too long before it.
So do you think we're gonna
So
get Dragon type cards without type weaknesses?
I don't know if we will hear or not. I don't know what they'll bring over, but the fact that it's called Evolving Skies and then there's the Eevee Heroes set that just came out, I think it's going to be a mix of cards from that set and then the Skyscraping Perfect slash Blue Sky Stream set. So it's kind of cool. I want to see what the cards are. I don't like actively seek out to look at what the new cards are going to be that come out in Japan first, but I've watched some pack openings of the Eevee Hero sets and stuff like that.
I liked the Dragon type cards uh, from the earlier sets
Yep.
here in the states, and I would like more of them. And I would like them. I like the idea of them not having any weaknesses because that would kind of put them in a unique status overall. I mean, there already are cards that don't have weaknesses, but they usually have a resistance. I'm hoping that it's
Yeah.
just they're like dragons are just universally the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hoping for
Yeah,
that.
and dragons in my opinion always felt like an OP like typing just in general. It's always felt like dragons. Well, it makes sense as to why most of the Elite 4 like the champion has a dragon type team.
Because they're
So,
cool. Dragons are cool.
dragons are cool. They're very cool. In other Pokemon TCG news, I added this one in as well too. This is just more of like a PSA reminder. Pokemon Chilling Reign pre-release was this past Friday, and with that, the Pokemon Center put up their Chilling Reign Elite Trainer Box pre-orders. They cost $49.99 and come with 10 booster packs, as opposed to the ETBs that you can get elsewhere that only have 8 packs and are $39.99. So $10 more, you get 2 booster packs. You can pre-order them through the Pokemon Center. last time I checked, they were still available for pre-order. So, and they were allowing 10 per person, so it seems to me like they have a lot.
No, there's no way that they're gonna have any for anyone else later though. They're
That's
just
the
gonna
thing
sell
too,
out
is like, and that's what I'm wondering is if they're actually going to all hit release date or if these are going to be like pushed out
like
for a
months
while.
later.
Pokemon Center, in my opinion, hasn't really been too bad when it
No,
comes to ordering
when
things.
I've
I
ordered things, it's been
typically, yeah,
great turnaround.
yeah,
I'll
I
order it, I'll
typically
have
get
it in a
them
few
soon.
days.
Yeah. So it's exciting if you missed out anywhere like Target, Walmart, local card shops, anywhere that are doing pre-orders, you can get this. This is a little side tangent story because we talked about this a little bit last week about like making friends with card shops and pre-ordering things there. I did go to a card shop recently and they asked me if I wanted to pre-order a booster box. And I was like, how much? And they were like, it's about 155 for the booster box. And I was like, I couldn't really justify it. I know that that's not too much more than retail. I want to say they're typically between 120 and a little bit higher. But again, it just comes back to in my area, most of the card shops are charging like,
A little extra.
yeah, they had those like specialization and Zamazenta ETBs that are out recently, and those go for $60. They had one for 120, and I was like, no. But
Nope.
those are hard to find now as well too, so I get it, but yeah, go pre-order them if you want while they're still available. I'm sure they won't last long. I pre-ordered I think 2 a couple days ago, so try to get them if you want. Last little bit of news that we have here today. Oh no, sorry, we have 2 more news pieces. This one I have not actually watched yet. I don't. I
Yeah,
was
me
gonna
either.
ask you, Jeff. The Pokemon Company has released a new Poketoon episode. The first one was the one featuring Scrafty, which we talk about every once in a while when we talk about how awful Scrafty is. This episode, A Budding Dream, features a story of a young girl who learns about being a Pokemon trainer from her parents who used to be trainers and wants to tell them that she wishes to do the same. So I haven't checked it out yet. I liked the first one. I will probably check this out this weekend at some point.
I mean, I'll watch it, but I am left thinking like this. The premise is like, so this is just the standard Pokemon premise
Yeah.
that everyone's a trainer, so everyone wants to be a trainer. There's the
Yep.
story. So I'm a little skeptical of the quality already, but we'll find out. I'll watch it.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out. Just thought it was cool that they released another one. I didn't know what their release schedule was going to be for these. I feel like the last one came out a really long time ago. Like, I don't even think it was this year, was it? I think it was last year that it came out.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Time is a construct.
Yeah. When you're home all the time.
Yeah.
All right, last piece of news finally. The Pokemon Company has put out numbers for their sale or basically sales data numbers for their video games and trading card games. In video games, they had a $380 million profit. So,
Is
and
this
then in the
for a year or a quarter or what?
So it says increase of 12 million. So I'm assuming it's the year. I couldn't actually find the full details on whether or not it was just the year or not. But based on the fact that the TCG has 34.1 billion, I'm going to assume that it is lifetime. But 380 million seems
Low for the video
low for the
games.
games. Yeah, let me see if I can find
Yeah,
anything
so
on
for
that
the
because
TCG, Dustin's note here says 34.1 billion, increase of
yeah,
3.7 billion.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's
did you
see.
accidentally write million for the video games when it was supposed to be billion?
No, it says million.
Okay.
The
Well,
notes I
yeah,
have, yeah, I'm not sure if it's lifetime or like Jeff was saying quarterly, yearly. My assumption would be, especially with the way the Pokemon cards are selling, it could potentially just be yearly. But
where did you find that
even,
information?
this was on
Cerebi?
SarahB.net. Yeah.
Okay. And it's not telling you there what the breakdown
No, they
is?
don't. They don't say numbers.
Yep. They say new sales numbers, and then it's just basically what you said.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Cerebi, for being confusing.
Well, my assumption though is it could be. Yeah, let's see. Every year.
Because the entire franchise is estimated to have 90 billion in lifetime revenue.
So then it does almost seem like it would be
Maybe this is
lifetime.
global sales units. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. But it seems low for the video games to be lifetime. So
Well,
there's some numbers for you. I'm not a big numbers guy anyway, so
tweet at Cerebi and tell them that their news was
yeah.
confusing.
Tell
Okay,
them to give
everybody.
us the appropriate time frame for this news there. So, all right, without further ado, we're gonna dive right into the main topic here. So again, basically what we're gonna do is one of us will select a type uh, of our choice and make the other person build a team for that. Either gym. Do you want to do a gym leader type, elite four? How do you want to do this? Do you
I
just want to
think
be or just a
so.
trainer type?
I'm going to say a type, and then I'm going to say either gym or elite four, because that's going to
Okay.
restrict how many options you get. Because if it's a gym,
Okay.
you can't. Most gyms don't have 6 Pokemon.
Yeah, unless it's like the last gym is
Right.
typically when it's that. Okay. So then we'll basically make a team based on the choice. I think we're doing 3
At a minimum.
per.
We'll see what
Yeah.
time we're at after that. So how about I
3 to
kick it
5.
off? I'm going to make you go first.
Oh, you're gonna make me go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I guess you were going to do that, weren't you?
No, go ahead.
I'm calling
go
an
ahead.
audible. I'm making you go
ahead.
first.
Yeah.
So, Dustin.
Yes.
I look at you. I look at Dustin, and if you're listening on the audio, I'll describe him for you. He's a white guy.
Yep.
With a beard.
Very white. Very beard.
He's got very nice slicked hair. Very well
Just
groomed.
for the
He's
podcast.
a very clean individual. So I think I would like him to do what I perceive as a very clean type of Pokemon. We're going ice. Give me an ice gym.
When you said that, that was kind of my first thought was ice.
Give me an ice gym, Dustin. Who are you going to put on your ice gym team? And then I will tell you how I will destroy your team.
Ice type Pokemon. Give me 1 second here. Let me grab this out. So ice type, immediately, I think I go to Glaceon.
Okay.
We all know how much I love Eevee. Eevee is my favorite Pokemon. If you have ever listened to this,
I was gonna say, like, okay, I mean, you trash Eevee all the time, but the first one you jump to is an Eeveelution. Fine.
Yep. Because again, Eevee sucks. Eeveelutions are cool.
And I don't know that this needs to be said, but I'm gonna say it. No legendaries. No legendaries on your gym.
So
team.
that's yeah. So I think first I have Glaceon, and if I'm a gym leader, Glaceon's gonna be one of my like top Pokemon, right? And that because like I'm gonna say if I'm an ice type gym leader, I'm probably like assuming I'm like the 5th gym.
At
you know,
least.
like
ice would have to be late game. You know,
yeah, because I think
the earliest it would be 5.
I think back to what was it? I think it's Ruby and Sapphire, where it's like ice or water was the last gym, right? Because it's got the ice thing where you have to like walk on the pieces that you fall through.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, gonna go with Glaceon.
Your camera has frozen. I've lost Dustin. You love to see it, gang. Dustin?
Yep.
There
Crashed.
he is.
Sorry. This is what happens when we do it live.
Sorry about that, audio listeners, but I'm not editing it out.
Yep. What happened? All of a sudden I froze and then it dropped down. This is what you get when
the live show.
Live. Yep. Okay.
So ice
so anyways,
type.
Going back.
Glaceon.
Yep. So Glaceon would be my first. Yep. I'm gonna go as a second choice. I'm going to go with Alolan. Let's do Sandshrew.
Alolan Sandshrew.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my first Pokemon. You know, like because typically the first Pokemon are never like evolved forms or whatever.
Yeah, even if it like doesn't make sense level wise, they
exactly.
Frequently
so I'm gonna go with Alolan Sandshrew because I like an Ice Steel type. Gives me a little bit of
there's some variety there. And I also just love Alolan Sandshrew in general. I like Sandshrew a lot. I think Sandshrew is a very cute Pokemon. And the fact that
great.
The Alolan Sandshrew, they took all the cuteness of regular Sandshrew and then made him into an igloo. Freaking brilliant.
So are you choosing how many Pokemon I get?
I suppose that's fair. We're saying this is a late gym, so I'm going to give you 4 Pokemon.
4. Okay, I've got 2 left. So again, so far, I have Glaceon and Alolan Sandshrew.
Yeah.
So those are my 2.
But you're going to open with Alolan Sandshrew.
So Alolan Sandshrew will be my first Pokemon that I have in this gym, correct. Now, I am going to go with, for my 3rd Pokemon, which will be another... We're going to go with something a little bit better. Not saying that Sandshrew is bad in any way, but like a little bit stronger second evolution Pokemon. I'm going to go with, to break the theme of doing a Alolan, because I almost did that, I'm going to go with Walrein.
Okay.
I've always really liked Walrein. The Spheal, Celia, Walrein line. I really like Walrein. So I'm going to go with a Walrein. Gonna have that as one of my ice type. It's an ice water type, which kind of doesn't really... I mean, I guess because ice is weak against fire, but water is strong against fire. So that's a good typing there. Last Pokemon I want to go with. One left. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with Delibird.
Delibird. Going to confuse people with your bag tail.
Exactly. With how much we talk about Delibird, I could not have Delibird on my team.
Yeah, well, especially
Also,
since
it just...
he's an enigma.
Yeah, it threw me off to see that Jinx is listed as an ice psychic type. I thought that Jinx was just a psychic
You
type.
forgot the ice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so my team of 4, again, would be Sandshrew. That'd be my first Pokemon.
Alolan Sandshrew.
Alolan Sandshrew, sorry. Then it would go Delibird. And then we're going to have Glaceon be my 3rd Pokemon that I throw out. And then the final one that you have to beat would be Walrein.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's the biggest, baddest looking one of the bunch. I think that's a good order for your Pokemon there. So...
Not too tough either for like a 5th gym, like it's like strong enough, but like...
Well, you do enough there where you'll have some water ability with your Walrein, and that'll help combat the people who are just going to main fire types in your ice gym.
Which, let's face it, that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But Alolan Sandshrew is going to get absolutely wrecked by a fire type with the steel ice combo. So.
Oh yeah,
but you have at least the water type in there to combat that a little bit. I think that's a good gym. I think you're probably like we said, like 5th in the gym order.
4th or 5th would seem about right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think typically most people have their 3rd evolution of their starter by like the 3rd or 4th gym anyways, so it makes sense that would be like between 4 to 5, I would say. All right, so I get to choose this time for Jeff.
Yes.
And all right. So, audio listeners, again, if you don't know what Jeff looks like, basically the same. White dude beard.
White dude beard. That's the baseline.
Nice hair. Nice hair. Great beard. Great beard. Let's see. He's also from Texas.
Also from Texas. That's a fact.
Also from Texas.
Howdy, y'all.
He's got a very cute dog.
Oh, I do.
Shows up every once in a while.
He's asleep on the bed right now.
What we're gonna do has nothing to do with the dog now, but we're going to do ground type because Texas, I just imagine deserts.
Yeah, I can see that.
Even though it's technically a coastal state, but still.
Yeah, I don't live anywhere near the desert, but that is something people associate with Texas, and we do have a very large desert, so that's...
We're doing ground type.
We're doing ground type.
And I'm going to give you... I'm gonna give you 4 as well. You get 4.
4 Pokemon. Okay.
Yep.
Ground type gym, and I'm doing a gym, right?
Yep.
Yeah, of course, because I only get 4.
Yeah.
So, ground is one of those typings that could be very early in the game, or it could be much later in the game. So, when are we thinking?
Let's say you are the 3rd or 4th gym.
3rd or 4th gym. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna my opening act, 3rd or 4th gym.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah. Okay. 3rd or 4th gym. I think this is good. I'm gonna start with a Piloswine,
Okay.
which is ice ground. Okay, and I'm doing that because you know that offers you some good type variety there. Then I'm going to follow that up with Quagsire.
Okay.
I'm doing Quagsire and Piloswine because that's the right around the correct level for them to be for that gym, and they are underutilized Pokemon. I think when you're talking about your favorites, no one's calling out Piloswine or Quagsire, right? But
True.
Quagsire also water ground. So again, we've got water, we got ice, so that gets good variety in the typing. And then I think the next one that I would want to follow up with, yeah, I'm gonna go. No, that's too high level. Hmm. You gotta have like a standard, right? Like one that's just like everybody's got one. Everyone's a big fan
Yes.
of it. I think for that, I'm gonna have to go with. We're gonna go Onyx.
Okay.
Rock ground. So I mean that's a very like a standard staple for your gym. You know, for a ground or a rock gym, everybody's. I mean, look at Brock. Brock uses Onyx. You
Yeah.
know, so it's iconic. Uh, and then for my fourth one, we got to go. We got
Bef-
to go big, right? Got to do
bef-
something unusual.
Before your fourth one, I do want to point out that a majority of them are from the first two generations. You're very early on.
I am very early on here so far. Here's the issue with this, though. A lot of my favorite ground types
I know.
are from later generations, but
Oh, okay.
they're high level.
I see what you're saying.
And so, like, I would have thrown out like Rhyperior is one of my
Yes,
favorites.
Rhyperior is a very, very cool Pokemon.
Golurk, Ground Ghost, I would be all about that. But Golurk is a very high level. Like you have to, when does Golett evolve? Golett evolves at 43.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have one.
Yeah, so that you couldn't have that at that level of the gym. So I
So I
couldn't go
painted
with.
you into a
You put
wall
me
here.
into early generations, unfortunately, but we can still work with this. I think the other one, yeah, this is. I'm also having a hard time placing what level third and fourth gyms might be. They're in the 20s, right?
So so yeah, I want to say typically third or fourth is like, let's see, the first gym is like right around level 10.
I've got it.
16 maybe for two, so probably 24 to 30.
Okay, so yeah, 24 to 30. I'm sticking with this. I'm going to throw in another wild card. We're going Yamask, the Galarian Yamask, which is Ground Ghost.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to have to close with Onyx, just because like you always close with the one that is the most imposing
Yeah.
Pokemon, and Onyx out of that team would certainly be the most imposing. But with that, with the ones that I threw in there, I've got an Ice type, a Water type, a Ghost type, and then you got Rock, which is but obviously they're all ground types. But this should offer the gym some versatility in terms of being able to hold up to the standard types that you use against it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still going to be really weak to water, basically across the board.
Well, I think it's typically, isn't it like usually water type in Pokemon games is like easy mode?
I
Because
mean,
there's a lot of weaknesses to water.
there are, but it's also easy mode in the sense that there's a lot of water type Pokemon. So like you have lots of
True.
options for water types. But yeah, I think I got I'm
Okay.
satisfied with that team.
That's a solid early gym leader team. I like it. I forgot about the fact that Galarian Yamask
Is
is a
ground.
ground. Yeah.
Yep. So for your next gym,
Okay.
Dustin, Dusty the Dust Cunningham, as he's often
Dusty the
called.
Dust. It's what everybody calls me.
That's what everybody calls him. Uh, I think I'm gonna throw you a bone here. I
Okay.
know your all-time favorite Pokemon is Scyther.
Yep. That is
So
very true.
if we're gonna see Dustin Cunningham as a gym leader of any type, it's gonna have to be Bug type, right? You're gonna have
Okay.
to be a Bug type gym leader.
Yep.
But here's the thing: I'm giving you this as a gift, Dustin. Giving you
Okay.
this gift of I'm saying you're going to be, yeah. I'm giving you fifth gym, fifth gym,
Okay, fifth gym.
which is
So
very unusual for bug
probably
types. Usually, bug types are earlier.
30 to 35, probably
That's
in
what I'm
levels.
thinking. Pokemon
30
in
to
30 to
35.
35 range.
Okay, Pokemon in the 30 to 35. So let's see. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm gonna have Scyther on the team.
Well, yes.
That's
The question is he
that's
your opening act, or do you
no.
close with Scyther?
So that's the thing, is that Scyther, I'm not gonna have Scyther as my opening act. What I am gonna have as my opening act.
Real quick, I thought for a moment, like if I gave you bug type, that your answer would just be four Scythers.
Four Scythers, exactly. Is that what I get for?
You get four. You
Four
get four on
Pokemon?
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting off then, I'm gonna start with an ye old faithful, as everyone calls it. I'm gonna start with Butterfree.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling we'd
Yeah,
get Butterfree in here, and I
yeah.
support this decision.
I love Butterfree.
Can I tell you why I
Butterfree
think
is
this
a
is a good one for a gym, for a bug, especially a later game bug gym? I mean, I know this is your
why is
gym,
that?
but I think this is an excellent pick because Butterfree has a good variety of moves.
Yeah,
That while it is still bug flying and that has a lot of weaknesses, the
yeah.
moves that Butterfree has access to, to stun, with stun spore or poison, or then there's
Sleep.
some psychic
Yeah,
type moves in there. I
yeah,
think confusion. So you got
yeah.
some good variety to
Butterfree
work
is
with.
Butterfree is a great Pokemon, so I'm gonna start with Butterfree. And now everyone's gonna say, but that's a Gen 1 Pokemon, and you also have Scyther, which is another Gen 1 Pokemon. So
Yep.
we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna move further down the list. I am gonna have the next Pokemon. Let's look at the level here. Yes. Next Pokemon is going to be Scolipede. Scolipede, however you pronounce it.
I am happy with that choice as well. I think he's
Yeah.
very underappreciated. I think it's
So
Scolipede. Yeah.
yeah, it's a level 30 Pokemon, or evolves at level 30. Sorry. So this one works out perfectly for that area of evolution. So I'm gonna have that one right there.
Okay.
Next up
So
though.
we're opening with Butterfree, following up with Scolipede.
Yep.
Then you got a third
So
one,
then
and then Scyther.
actually the third oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. No legendaries. Let's see.
Let's see, indeed.
God, it's bug Pokemon for me is hard because I love Scyther, but I'm
Don't
not
love a
well
lot of other
versed.
bugs.
I'm not well versed in bug Pokemon. Okay, final two Pokemon. The next Pokemon up is going to be Scorch. Go with a fire bug type.
Okay. I love Scorch. One
Yeah.
of my absolute favorites from Sword and Shield.
So it was between Scorch and Gliscopod.
Golisopod.
Gliscopod.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two I had to choose between, but I'm
Actually, it
gonna go
might
with
be
Scorch.
Golisopod. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I like Scorch. I like the fire bug type. I think it's a cool typing. So I've got, just a bug flying for the first Pokemon, a bug poison for the second one, and then a fire bug, and then final Pokemon. It's really obvious here. I'm gonna go with Beedrill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go with Scyther, obviously. Shocking absolutely nobody. I thought about maybe shocking people and going with Scizor, but I'm gonna go with Scyther.
Well, and
I've
here's what I was thinking is like a lot of the more recent games, and by more recent I mean like the last 8 of them. After you beat the gym the first time, they give you the option to go back and fight them a second time
yeah,
in a lot of these, and so maybe the second time they come through,
that's
you're
yeah.
like, oh, I can't believe they defeated my Scyther. No one defeats my Scyther. Now it's time. We're gonna evolve him. Now he's a Scizor.
Put on that metal coat because we're taking this guy out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Scyther for absolutely obvious reasons. No one is surprised by this whatsoever. Scyther, I absolutely love, so that would be the prize Pokemon of this gym. Would be Scyther, and this Scyther is gonna be tough too.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna have a reputation. Like if
yeah,
in the anime
a scar
yeah, when
right
oh
here.
for sure a scar. Nice. When Ash is getting ready to go to fight Dustin the Dust Cunningham, at the
With
bug
his
type gym
Scyther.
and with his Scyther, people are gonna be like, "Oh no, pick another gym. You don't go to that gym.
Yeah,
You don't want to go there."
yeah.
His Scyther decapitates Pokemon. He's gonna
Oh,
have
we're
a
getting
rep.
dark.
He's gonna have a rep. It's not doesn't necessarily have to be true, but like that's the story that they're gonna tell. Like,
Yeah.
no, he straight up cuts
Scyther,
off Pokemon's heads.
Scyther the Decapitator. That's what they call
Scyther
him.
the Decapitator.
All right. All right. So, what do we think of that team?
I love it. I mean, like I wanted to give you Bug because I know how much you love Scyther. So at the very least, if you were a gym leader for a Bug type, I know that you would at least have one Pokemon that you truly love, and it wasn't out
Yeah.
of requirement. Also, I also just like the idea, like all these other, like every other gym leader that has a type, they're always like very typecast. Like
Yeah.
the grass type gym leader loves flowers, and the bug type gym leader is a huge nerd and just loves catching insects. But like, no, you're gonna be like, no, I'm a bug type gym leader, sure, but I'm a stone cold killer.
Exactly. Okay. So, I get to choose next, right? This is
Yeah,
what's this? This is
number two.
number 2. Wait, no. This is yeah, number 2 for you. I'm sorry.
Number
I'm
two for
sorry.
me.
Yeah, number 2 for you. Okay, last time we went with ground. Now, since we're in this whole thing of favorite Pokemon, I'm gonna throw this one's gonna be fun for me as well too. Because what type do you typically choose when you start Pokemon games, Jeff?
When I start games, I usually choose water types.
Okay. So you're gonna do a fire type gym.
Okay, this is easy.
Um yeah, and so you're gonna do a fire type gym, and you're gonna be the 7th gym leader.
Oh, giving me some room to play with the
Yeah.
fire type gym. Oh, I
You
love
get
to hear
you
that.
get 5 Pokemon on this one.
Okay. All right. Now, are we getting crazy like where I can have starter Pokemon evolutions, or are we restricting it? Because like that's never
Hmm.
a thing. Like even in later games, you don't go into a gym like a water gym and he's got friggin' Blastoise, you know.
I think if we're gonna do starters, let's save them if we do any Elite Four.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm the 7th gym and
Yep.
we're doing fire. Okay. Well, I've got my closing act in mind already. No doubt about that. So I'll save that for now.
And they call you Grizz the Bear, master of the fire Pokemon.
Grizz the bear. Yeah, well, I mean, now I'm like, are there any good fire bears that I could
Oh,
use?
no.
Okay, so 7th gym, we're looking at Pokemon that are at least in level 40s, like they're in the
Yep.
40s in that
Yep.
range, right?
Yep.
So my opening act is gonna be a Talonflame,
Ooh, perfect.
like
Talonflame's great.
fire flying. Love Talonflame.
Yep.
One of my absolute favorite bird Pokemon for sure.
Yeah,
So
Talonflame is really cool.
we're gonna open with Talonflame, and
Fire
then
flying, that's a good typing too.
hmm, yeah. Now I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I'm gonna bring in one from Sword and Shield.
Okay.
We're gonna go Colossal.
That's a really good choice as well too.
Again,
I like
they
Colossal.
evolve at level 34 into Colossal, so that's in the range. Colossal is Rock Fire, but has so it's going to get absolutely wrecked by Water types
Oh
again.
yeah,
But
easily.
we're gonna run into that issue a lot, unfortunately. But I absolutely love Colossal, and I would be using Flame Charge, right? Like, so it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's going to increase my speed, and then
Yeah.
hopefully I live through a couple of hits, and I get to use that speed advantage on you. So Talonflame, Colossal, and
Perfect.
then let's
Two
do
two of 5 so far.
2 of 5 so far. Let's go ahead and throw in Houndoom,
Okay. Houndoom is awesome.
so that we work in another typing, get some dark
Yeah.
type in there. I'm trying to, like, I need something that's gonna mess with water types, because there's always people bringing in water types. And here's what I'm gonna do. I've got 2 ways that I'm gonna mess with the water types. So Houndoom's 3. Number 4, I'm bringing in Rotom, the Heat Rotom,
Okay.
who is Electric Fire.
Yeah. That's a good
So
choice.
I can get that electric in there. I'm still fire type, but I've got the electric going. So if I get off an attack first, I'm going to wreck your water Pokemon. So that's what I'm going for with Rotom. But then the closing act is of course going to be Arcanine, who
This
is
is why I gave Jeff this
yeah
one.
Arcanine, pure fire type. Jeff, that's crazy. That's dangerous. He's going to be just so
This is what the
easily
kids are
destroyed.
saying. This is what the
This is what
kids are
they're
all
telling
saying.
me. Like you're a madman. Why would you come at me with a single type Pokemon for your finale? And I'll tell you why. It's because I'm gonna have some great moves on this Pokemon. He's a suicide Pokemon. He's the final act here.
Naturally.
We're gonna go extreme speed,
Yep. Good
which
move.
is a normal type move, but also I forget exactly. Does it go first? Is it one of those ones that has a priority of +1 and oh no, a priority of +2. That's right. Yeah, in the most recent one, it's got priority +2, so it goes before most other attacks, and it does 80 damage or it has 80 power, so that's gonna be huge. I'm gonna do flare blitz, flare blitz. Yes,
Okay. It's got 100%
100% accuracy,
accuracy,
120 damage.
120.
It does
Yep.
damage me in the course of that, and
But it's
that's
a suicide Pokemon.
but yeah, but we're having to go big, and
Okay,
then
we got extreme speed. I like it.
I'm gonna have wild charge, which is an electric type attack. So again, I'm gonna be messing up your water types with wild charge. 90 power, 100% accuracy, does damage again to me, and that is that all four of my moves or is that three?
You had extreme speed, wild charge,
Flare blitz, and then the
and flare blitz.
fourth one, we're going outrage.
Okay.
Which now these aren't moves that they typically learn by level, but
Normally,
some of those, but
you have to
they're
teach it to them.
taught by technical records TRs in Sword and Shield. But that's what I'm going to do with them. So he's going to shock some people, literally and
Literally, he's
figuratively.
shocking the world. All right, I like it. That's a good, solid team. As people may know from listening to this, I love fire type Pokemon. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably get fire from Jeff. But I wanted to mix it up here a little bit and see what Jeff's fire type team
I
was.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I figured it would make it a little bit more fun. I like that team a lot. Those are all really solid Pokemon.
I have some of my favorite fire types in there with Talonflame and Arcanine. But then I also have some ones that I have for like to make it a challenging gym with Houndoom and Heat Rotom. And I'm forgetting what I said my other one was.
Yeah, Talonflame, Heat Rotom. Why am I
What did I say?
forgetting it too?
Oh, it was Colossal.
Houndoom, yeah. Colossal Houndoom, and then Arcanine.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that you didn't, because I already had Centiskorch, but I was kind of surprised you didn't put Centiskorch on there.
Well, I mean that's why is that
Yeah.
we had just talked about Centiskorch.
And then I wasn't sure how you felt about Turtonator.
I love the typing of Fire Dragon.
Yeah.
I'm not wild about the actual design of Turtonator.
Okay.
So I feel like I don't remember does he say his name in the anime, in the Sun and Moon anime?
I think so. This is
I
one
think
of
that's
those
what I
ones
remember.
where every time I've watched this and Heidi's around, when I watch Sun and Moon, she calls him Turd-onator and just loves to run with that.
And I just think that he shouldn't say his name. This should be a Pokemon that honks like a bicycle horn.
I wasn't expecting that, but that's really funny based on the mouth.
Based on the mouth, he should honk like a bicycle horn.
All right. Okay, what do you got for me next?
Okay, let me give you a type. So I think
honk. Jesus, that broke me. I just wasn't expecting it.
Can you picture it though? Like every other Pokemon's running around, Squirtle,
Honk.
Pikachu, and then honk.
That's really good.
Okay, I think I would like to.
This is the third one.
This is your third
so
gym.
Third, okay.
I'd like to give you. This is a type that I think typically gets associated with bad people, right? But I think that
I could do some good with it.
Dustin Cunningham can prove them wrong and be like, "This is
Listen, in
everybody.
Mass Effect, I play Paragon, okay?
Everybody loves. Everyone knows the reputation that this type of Pokemon gets." But then you look at Dustin Cunningham, gym leader of whatever town he's in, and you say, "You know what? Maybe we're wrong about poison types.
Hmm.
Maybe
Poison.
maybe poison types are good. Maybe they
Yeah.
can be a boon to society."
Okay. So let me pull up the list of poison type Pokemon here because I need to refer to this just to make sure I have them. I can do some cool stuff with poison. I think we're gonna
Oh,
look
but I have to give
through.
you okay. So
Yeah,
I think
give
I'm going to
me
give
give me all that.
you sixth gym,
Okay,
sixth
so like
gym.
35 ish,
Yeah,
36.
yeah, and you can have 5 Pokemon.
Okay, 5.
I think that's a little unusual. I think they still usually only have like 4, but I guess sometimes they have 5 at the
Okay,
sixth gym. So we're going to give you 5.
okay. So we're gym number 5. We are poison type. Okay, so first Pokemon we are going to start with. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't use any that I've already used before. I am going to start my gym out with a. We're going to start with Toxicroak,
Oh, excellent choice.
a poison fighting type. I've always really liked Toxicroak. I think Toxicroak's a cool Pokemon that doesn't get used a whole lot. Let's see what moves
And
do we have for
when he
Toxicroak.
appears in games, it's usually like I said in conjunction with a villain of some kind,
Yeah.
Like a
So
team member.
yeah, Toxicroak can do some pretty cool moves as well. I like that there's a move just called Belch that has a 90% accuracy. It does 120 damage. I just like the name of it. Yeah, we're gonna start with Toxicroak. We're gonna get things off with a little poison fighting type Pokemon.
Okay.
Next up, after Toxicroak, we are going to let's see. How about a I'm gonna go with a Nidoqueen.
Okay.
So a poison ground type Pokemon. I really like Nidoqueen and Nidoking, so I think those are fun. I think I'm gonna go with Nidoqueen. Yeah, Nidoqueen will be my second Pokemon in this roundup of 5. Right? You said
Yes, you got 5.
okay. So next after Nidoqueen, I am going to go with a. Oh God, I can't even pronounce the name of this Pokemon. Dragolge. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
The evolved form of
yeah,
Sprout.
Dragouge,
Dragolge. So it's a poison dragon
or
type Pokemon.
Dragalge, maybe because they're
Yeah.
going for an algae theme with that one.
Yeah, that could be it because the first form is Skrelp, which kelp.
Okay,
Um,
so now he only evolves at level 48.
never mind. We are not going with that. We're going to just go with. I didn't even notice that. I forgot to click on it to see. Hold on, give me a sec. Let's go back. Let's go back. I had an alternative for this one, anyways. I'm gonna go with one that I think Jeff will like.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Salazzle.
I do like Salazzle.
Yep. We're gonna go with the poison fire type. I do love fire type Pokemon, so I want to throw in a fire type Pokemon in there. So that's going to be my third Pokemon after Nidoqueen is going to be a Salazzle. Down to the final 2 here. Now, I'm going to save one of my Pokemon in case it comes up because I have a feeling we're going to do more than 1 or more than 3 today. So, but this is all based on Jeff's time. He has a hard out at some point. Let's go with I already have a Gen 1 Pokemon. I don't want to do another Gen 1 Pokemon. I want to mix it up
I mean,
between
Poison's
generations.
tough because it is one of those ones
Yeah.
that, depending on the generation, they have lots of good poison or they have barely any cool poison.
I'm going to go with Crobat.
Oh, thank goodness. One of my
Yeah.
favorite poison types. Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent choice.
Crobat is an excellent Pokemon just in general. it was one of the first, like, 3rd evolution Pokemon that showed up, right? It's the one I think of the most is Crobat. Between
Like
Crobat
where they added an
like, yeah, where
evolution
they
to a
added it.
previous generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause, Politoed was another one where it was just an alternate, but
yeah.
I really like Crobat, I always have. I just remember really wanting a Crobat in the games, and it just always being kind of, like,
It
a pain to
evolves.
get,
It evolves from high friendship.
which is so weird. It's just you wouldn't expect it, but again, poison is always associated with being bad,
Yeah,
but yet to get a Crobat, you have to be really good friends with it.
yeah. So I
So
think that
that's
makes a lot of sense for this narrative we're spinning, where Dustin
exactly.
is the gold standard by which all poison type gym leaders or gym trainers should be measured.
Yep, and then for my final Pokemon, I'm going to go with give me a sec, I
Wait,
wanna
is this your
double
final one?
check. Yeah, you said
Toxicroak. I said 5.
yeah, so I had
Toxicroak.
Toxicroak, Nidoqueen. 3rd one I had,
Salazzle.
oh, Salazzle. The 4th one, would have just been Crobat,
Okay,
but
yeah.
then this is
So
my
this
5th one.
last one. Yep.
I'm gonna go with one of my all-time new favorite Pokemon now that I've really come to love. I'm gonna go with Toxtricity.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the
I
question:
love Toxtricity.
which form?
I like I think I like low-key form more than amped form.
You low key like Loki better?
I think I low-key like low-key. I like the blue. Let's see, what are the differences? Amped
It's
is a hardy, brave, it's got all kinds of
it's the way they play their guitar chest that is
yeah,
different. I feel like low key form is more like a bass player, like he's kind of
yeah,
just
yeah.
jamming out a little bit.
And
But
the
amp form
Gigantamax
is
has, like,
like
a
doing a
mix of
freaking
both, which is
solo on
cool.
his chest, you know?
I'm gonna click on low-key form. Yeah, low-key form just looks like chill, like, again, we're trying to paint poison in a good light
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So, Toxtricity is gonna be my final Pokemon. It's for people that don't know Toxtricity, it's a poison electric type that showed up in Sword and Shield. Excellent, excellent Pokemon. I think I had a Toxtricity pretty much the entire game. Like, once I could get a Toxtricity, that was one of my main Pokemon.
For sure. And he
So,
has
I absolutely love it.
absolutely a super cool move set, especially when you get to the higher levels. You
And it's
wouldn't
just such
have
a cool design too.
you wouldn't have all of them at the level for this gym, but later
That's
on, like when you do the rematch, you would definitely have Boom Burst, which is like a move that only Toxtricity does, right? I think that's exclusive to Toxtricity.
let's see.
That might not be. I take that back. No, because it appeared in games in Gen 6.
But it also can learn really cool moves too. Like,
Yeah, not a lot
it's
of
one of those
Pokemon can
Pokemon
learn
that
that.
can learn a bunch of the different types of punches as well too. It can learn some fire moves, psychic
But it has
moves.
a lot of like cool like audio themed
Yep.
moves. Overdrive, Boom Burst, Screech if you want to have move in there to lower their stats.
Yep.
Cool stuff. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's gonna be my poison type. Which looking through the list of poison type Pokemon, I'm like, man, there's some actually some cool poison type Pokemon.
But they're always on the bad guy teams.
Yeah, they are. But there's some cool ones that aren't even really that bad, like Roserade and Roselia. They don't look bad.
What
All
you
right.
got for me? What you got for me?
Okay, so this is your 3rd one, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I gave you the 7th gym. I've given you the between 3rd and 4th, 7th. I'm going to give you let's see. Let's see for Jeff. Let's see for Jeff. Jeff's a very upbeat guy, right? Very
I sure try to
positive,
be. I try to be.
very nice, just a swell dude. So, I'm going to give him the opposite of that. I'm going to give him dark type.
Okay. So this again, we're going to be battling stereotypes here.
Yeah, and so for this one, we're gonna give you. Let's go with. I think we were 3 to 4 for the first one. 7. I'm gonna give you Gym 5. Give you a little
Gym
bit of
number
room to play
5.
around.
So that again puts us in the 30s.
Yes, and I'm gonna
But
give
like,
you
yeah.
30 to 33. I would say probably.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think about when you fight the dad in Ruby and Sapphire. I think he's like right around that, and he's the 5th gym.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going
You get
to
4
I get 4.
again.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We've done a lot of 4s. so far.
Yeah,
4s and 5. I'm gonna give you 3.
3. Okay, but that
Yep.
does change things here.
Yep.
So let's see. So okay, we're gonna we're gonna break with tradition here. Like I'm trying to be Mr. Upbeat, Mr. Happy, and so I'm gonna pick some Pokemon that you would typically associate with being a downer, right? Like they're little grumpy boys, and we're gonna change that perception of them. So I think we're gonna start with Pangoro,
Okay.
because he's always got that scowl on his face, right? He's a real angry looking guy. Uh, Plus, he's a bear, so that goes well with the whole Grizz theme.
Yeah, Jeff being a bear.
So we're gonna have Pangoro fighting Dark to open it up, and then then we're gonna go Zoroark, pure Dark type, which
That
I'm
was
okay with.
that was my assumption is that you would have a Zoroark on there. Zoroark's
And
a cool Pokemon. Weird that it's not a legendary.
well, it sort of is.
Yeah. It's
uh,
always kind of presented that way, but
it's a pseudo legendary, which is why I think I can
yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah.
So the thing is that like because it's a dark type, people are quick to assume that they're bad Pokemon. It's another one sort of like poison types. But from the Pokedex entries for Zoroark, its bonds between these Pokemon are very strong. So it's very loyal. Uh, and so I think that's a good fit for this gym that we're working with
Yeah.
here. For my third one, the closing act, we're gonna go Absol.
So that was my thought was Absol. I love Absol. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna have Absol on his team.
With your permission, since we have to find a place to work it into every episode, he's gonna Mega Evolve.
Of course,
If that's okay.
I was gonna ask you that earlier if there was Mega Evolutions involved, but yes.
And so
Pokemon Company,
I think it's
please
fair.
bring back Mega
Bring back
Evolutions.
Mega Evolutions, please. So we'll have Mega Absol in here, and the reason, in addition to him meeting the qualifications for a Dark type, and also because it doesn't evolve, the level isn't so much an issue. The reason I'm thinking it's important to bring Absol in here is because most of his Pokedex entries are about how like he appears when there's a natural disaster about to occur,
Yeah.
and so people associate him with like bringing doom. But like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to show everybody Absol's a super fun Pokemon that
Yeah.
just loves to battle, here for a good time. Good things are going to happen when Grizz and Absol show up on the scene. That's what I'm going to say.
Absol's always been one of the standouts from me for me from Generation 3. So I think that's a great Pokemon. I would have also had Absol on my team if I had gotten Dark type. So
I think
super good choice.
We've got time for one more gym each.
Okay, one more gem each.
So I am going to give you Dustin. This is I think is a bigger
Are
challenge.
we doing a gym or Elite Four since we're doing our last one?
You know what? That's a good point.
Because I kind of want to give you an Elite Four.
Let's do an Elite Four. And this is unusual for an Elite Four for sure.
Okay.
And I'm curious to see what you'll do with it. I want to see what a normal type Elite Four trainer brings to the table.
Normal type. All right, I'm gonna start right off. I don't even have to look at normal type Pokemon, and this is a throw out to my friend Kyle Bassnett, who actually doesn't watch or listen because he doesn't like podcasts, but I'll show him this later. His favorite Pokemon is Snorlax. I'm starting with Snorlax.
Excellent.
Snorlax is number one. I'm starting with that. I also love Snorlax. Who doesn't like Snorlax? So I'm gonna have a Snorlax on my team. Do I get 6 Pokemon?
Yes. Elite Four, you have 6.
So I'm starting with Snorlax.
Okay.
That will be the starting Pokemon I have. I am going to follow up Snorlax with... Give me a sec. It's funny because a lot of normal Pokemon are just normal. Like I'm scrolling through the list and I have to scroll so far down to find mixtures. You had a flying type Pokemon on your team earlier.
Yeah.
That
one of your
both
favorite
talk about really liking. Yeah. So I'm gonna have I'm gonna have my favorite flying type Pokemon, Braviary,
There it is.
on this team. So it's gonna be Snorlax and Braviary.
Cool.
Let's see. Let's follow up Braviary with. This is a newer Pokemon that I'm kind of a fan of as well too. I'm gonna go with an Obstagoon, a dark normal
Heck
type.
yeah, man.
Mix it up a
We've
little bit
talked about
there.
that when we were talking about Galarian Zigzagoon. Obstagoon
Yep.
is cool.
Yeah, Obstagoon is cool. It's a cool Pokemon.
He's the
So that's
enforcer.
3. Yeah. I'm gonna go next up. Let's see. I'm gonna throw it, mix it up a little bit here. I'm gonna throw Drampa on the team. Drampa is a normal dragon type Pokemon.
I think that is cool in that we've talked. I think we've talked a little bit about Drampaw before and
I'm
how
wanting a Mega Evolution.
we're
Speaking of
certainly
Mega
wanting a mega
Evolutions.
for him. But normal dragon is such a bizarre typing because I always think like, well, how can it be normal and a dragon? Like dragons are not normal, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but then you look at Drampon and you're like, oh no, that's a normal dragon if I've ever seen one.
Yep. So okay, I have Snorlax, I have
Braviary,
Braviary, I have Drampa.
Drampa.
Okay, let's go with for the next Pokemon. We are going to go with. I'm going to go with Exploud. We talked about Exploud last week with
Yep.
Loudred. I like Exploud. I think it's a cool design for a Pokemon, so that's going to be my fourth
And
Pokemon
it's
is
pure
Exploud on the
normal, so
team.
it's
It is a
always
pure
nice to have a
normal.
pure type on your gym team, just because
Yep.
that's the theme of the team.
And let's see. For my next Pokemon, what do I don't have a whole lot of. So I have 2 left.
Yep.
Okay. 2 left. And I know what I want my last Pokemon to be, so I need 1 for in between that. I am going to go with a. Let's go. I'm stuck between 2, but I think I'm going to choose. I'm going to go with Kangaskhan.
I was hoping you'd work Kangaskhan in here.
Yeah. I was for this one because it's not going to be my choice. I was stuck between Kangaskhan and Ursaring because I've always liked Ursaring as well too. But I already have Snorlax on there, which kind of fills the bear.
Yeah, the normal bear.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do Snorlax. All right, I have Snorlax, but I'm gonna do Kangaskhan now. I am gonna let Kangaskhan Mega Evolve
Of course you are, because what's better than Kangaskhan battling? Kangaskhan battling with the little Kangaskhan jumping
alongside
out to
his
help
son.
fight.
Don't ever talk to me or my son again. So we have Kangaskhan on the team. For my final Pokemon, I'm gonna go with one that I've always liked the design of. I don't know too much about this Pokemon. I don't know as much about this Pokemon as I would like, but I think it's a cool Pokemon. I'm gonna go with Sylveiley for my final Pokemon.
Okay, so
It
no, that's
looks like a Frankenstein type
a
monster.
question on that one though. Because of what Silvally is, it is a Pokemon that is its type is changed based on the equipment it's given. So it's only normal type if you don't have it holding one of the items. So you're going itemless,
Yeah,
pure.
I think we have to just to fit this
Okay.
typing as well. It's listed as normal, so I'm gonna go not holding any items,
And
so
this
no
is
berries,
again one
nothing
of
like that.
those pseudo legendary types.
That can basically learn every type of move.
Yeah,
So that's kind of why I'm going with it as well
I think
too.
that's an excellent
Uh,
choice for the Elite Four to
exactly,
close
and
out with Silvally.
that's what I think of as well too. Is I think that an Elite Four member would end with a Sylvally. So I'm gonna go with Sylvally as my final Pokemon for my Elite Four team. So again, I had Snorlax, I had Braviary, I had what was my third one again? Oh, it's hard when you have to like remember them all. I'm not writing
Yeah.
them down as I go, which I should be. Snorlax,
Exploud.
Braviary, Exploud. Um,
Oh
oh,
no,
let me
you
go
had
back.
Obstagoon before,
Obstagoon, Exploud, and then Sylveiley, right?
and Kangaskhan, and then Silvally.
Yes.
So you've done all
Obstagoon.
six.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good. We're good.
All right.
That's my team of 6.
I think that would be a really exciting and surprising Elite Four battle. Like if you didn't look it up ahead of time, and you go into the Elite Four, and you end
And
up
there's a
having a
normal type
normal type
trainer.
trainer. You're like, wait,
Can you
what?
imagine how boring it is? It's like a dude literally standing in a white room.
Yeah, wearing just like wearing like a white undershirt
Yeah,
and like athletic shorts.
yeah.
And
Just to know,
your name couldn't be Dustin. It would have to be like even something more just generic, like
it
Guy.
would be, yeah. It would have to be something like, or like a. It's not to say this is a bad name, but like a John. He's
Yeah,
just
I mean that's
John.
my nephew's name, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we also have John Fick, who's been on the show as well too.
That's
But
true.
so that's I was so Harry in the chat pops this up as well too and says maybe they're in an insane asylum. And I was thinking the same thing when I said that. I was like him just like wrapped up in like an insane asylum.
Good stuff, Harry.
Okay. So let's pick the last one for Jeff. I thought you were going to choose this one for me and I was glad you didn't. So I'm going to choose it for you. I'm going to go with fairy type and you're going to be an elite 4 trainer with a fairy type. Yeah.
Okay, well,
And
I'm gonna be able to work
to
this.
throw it up, you're going to be the champion because it's typically dragon type and dragon is weak against fairy. So you're going to be the champion of the elite 4 fairy type Pokemon.
Well, all right. I'm the champion. Okay, so we're gonna open up with Grimmsnarl from Sword and Shield, Dark
Worth.
Fairy type.
Yep.
I'm not wild about the actual design of Grimmsnarl, but that typing is really
I
good.
actually love Grimmsnarl.
Too humanoid for me. I'm with Jackson. It gets weird when they get a little too human. But we're gonna go Grimmsnarl, and then yeah, okay. Let's go with God. There's really just not that many fairy types, so it does make things complicated. I'll have to do a Sylveon.
Yeah, of course.
Because I haven't worked an evolution into any of my teams here yet, so I'm gonna do Sylveon.
Surprising.
Pure fairy type there.
I'm surprised you didn't have Umbreon when I said dark. But
No, I do love Umbreon.
I know me too. Sylveon's a cool Pokemon. I like Sylveon as well too, though.
Let's see, and I can't do. There's so many good like legendaries.
You have 2. You said right?
Yeah, Grimmsnarl and Sylveon so far.
Okay, I'm not going to give you ideas, but I had one.
I mean, I have ideas, but I'm saving them.
Just a reminder, we can do starters now, technically too.
Yes. So I was thinking, like, do I want to do Primarina?
That's why I said it.
Except, like, of all the water starters, Poplio is my least favorite.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
So I'm saying pass on Primarina. So we're doing Grimmsnarl. We're doing. I just said, and I've already forgotten it. Grimmsnarl, and then what did I say for the second one? Dustin, help me out, buddy.
You said Grimmsnarl, and then you said sorry,
Sylveon.
I just had it.
Grimmsnarl, Sylveon. Mimikyu.
Okay. That's a good choice.
Ghost Fairy, and it's fun. And then there's a lot of obviously with Fairy being introduced so late, there's just not that many of them from earlier generations. But it's from the newest generation, but it's a form of an older generation. We're going Galarian Rapidash.
Yes, that's when I had mentioned this one. That was kind of one that I had in mind.
We're going Galarian Rapidash.
Nice. Galarian Rapidash is really cool too.
So that's number 4.
4. Yeah.
Okay. And so now I'm going to bring in Togekiss.
Okay.
Just because I love Togepi, from the show going on.
Yeah.
Big fan of Togepi, so we're going to bring in Togekiss.
Very flying type.
And then the one that I'm going to end on is we're going to do Mega Mawile.
So I wasn't sure if you were going to go with Gardevoir or Mawile because they both have Mega Evolutions.
Yes, and I want to do Mega Mawile because I think Mega Mawile is the illustration of why Megas are so cool, because it takes a Pokemon that no one was using, Mawile. I don't think people hated Mawile, but he's kind of a weird looking Pokemon.
The mouths are so creepy.
It's unclear like which side should I be talking to when I talk to this Mawile.
It's kind of like it has 2 like what's the name of the plant from
Venus Flytraps?
Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, Seymour.
Well, Seymour's the name of the guy. Feed me Seymour. That's the line.
Didn't they name the plant Seymour? No.
It's named after the woman, I think, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's named after the woman.
Well, anyways, that's what it makes me think of.
Audrey.
Yes, Audrey too.
So, yes, yes, it is like Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. But so for Mega Mawile, I just think that like they took the stats on regular Mawile were not great. It was not a very good
Yes.
competitive Pokemon, but Mega Mawile does make it a much better competitive Pokemon. So I want to do
And the design
Mawile.
looks so cool too.
Yeah, because now
Like
you
it
got
really does
two of
look
them,
cool.
two big
Okay.
chompers.
That's a
So
solid
I'm going to
team.
close that out with Mega Mawile.
I was trying to think of if there was. I think the only one that I thought of that you might do was Gardevoir.
Yeah,
But
I
other than
mean,
that,
I didn't want to do Gardevoir because when you're in X and Y, that's the big mega that you fight against the champion in X and Y, where they introduce
okay.
fairy types.
So you
There.
had
So
Grimmsnarl, Sylveon. Let's see, what was your third one you had? I know you had
Mimikyu was third,
Mimikyu,
and then I did Galarian Rapidash,
Galarian Rapidash,
Togekiss,
Togekiss, and
and
then
then Mega Mawile.
okay, Mega Mawile. Yeah, that's a good team. Can you imagine if you were going into the Elite Four and like the last type was a fairy type? It'd just be so like, it's not even that it's a bad type. It's just so
There's just not that many fairy types yet.
yeah,
That's because they
yeah. There's
introduced
not,
it so late. So they'll be bringing in more. I'm sure that we'll see fairy types are going to be showing up in Elite Fours. Maybe not as
yeah,
a
and it's
champion every time, but they're going to show up in the Elite Four a lot.
but it's cool because again, it's like typically Dragon type is the last type, so to have it switched up and have a fairy type would be cool. But yeah, so that's it, right? That was your final one.
That's it. That's the last one.
All right. So that's gonna do it for the main topic today. Again, like I said earlier, we're on a little bit more of a time constraint with recording today. So we're gonna jump right into rank that Pokemon.
Rank
Pokemon
that Pokemon.
yeah. Theme song pending. This week the Pokemon we're gonna be ranking is Vanillish, and full disclosure, I almost put this in on the ice type just because
Yeah.
I thought it would have been funny. Except for the fact that I don't like Vanillish.
Yeah, this is going to be a
Shocking.
pretty easy one to rank. Go ahead and read our
Yeah.
top 10 while I'm showing
Yeah.
people what Vanillish looks like.
Yeah. So our top 10 is Loudred with a 3 is number 10. Number 9, Hariyama 3.5. 8, Duat 3.5. 7, Rookie D 3.5. 6, Shieldon 3.5. 5, Rockruff with a 4. 4, Floatzel with a 4. 3, Galarian Zigzagoon with a 4. 2, Sarfetch with a 4. Or Surfetch with a 4, sorry. Number 1 is Squirtle with a perfect 5.
Perfect 5.
I told Jeff this earlier. I don't think I said it in the podcast, but when I did the random number generator, I got Duat again. So I thought it would have been funny to have to rank Duat again, but I was like, I'm gonna switch it
Because we would have changed things up for Duat this time, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not a big Vanillish fan. Let's be
No,
honest. There's a lot of complaints to be had.
Your thing with humanoid Pokemon is my thing with Pokemon that are just based off of really stupid things.
Like
like
items.
ice cream, Chandelure, like
I think Chandelure is kind of cool, but my problem with Vanillish is not only is it just an ice cream cone, it looks derpy as all get out, but it has like weird steam coming off of it, like it's melting all the time.
Or is it just so cold that it's like like when you open a freezer and it's so cold and it lets out?
And then, I mean, I guess that's probably it. But then also like even like looking like an ice cream cone, it has weird toppings which are just like diamonds or like ice crystals. And I just like I don't know what the point of it is. I'm sure it's a weird thing to get hung up on, but like if you're gonna make an ice cream Pokemon, like to me this seems like the sort of thing that should look delicious.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
And it doesn't. It's just it's boring vanilla. Just yeah, it's so low for me. Like honestly, it's down at the bottom with like somewhere around Pharaoh Seed, Bellsprout, and Scrafty on our list that we have here.
Yeah, I think I'd give it a 1. It's also got terrible typing. I mean, it's just ice, as if there aren't enough just ice Pokemon.
Let's see. Yeah, and then Vanillix or whatever the final form is. I don't love it. Takes a long time to evolve to that.
It's such a bad payoff for all the effort you have to put into raising this Pokemon.
And it doesn't have a cool shiny. It's just purple. I like here's my thing. I'd give it a 1.5 top Like that's the ceiling I would go with that. But
My
I'm
thing
with
is
you. I
we
think
gave Scrafty a 1,
yeah,
but at least
on
Scrafty's
how stupid it looks.
interesting to look at, you know?
Yeah. All right, I'll give it a 1. Do we think this is better or worse than
I think
Scrafty?
it's worse than Scrafty. I think if
Really?
you ask people, like when someone says, "Oh yeah, I kind of fell off on Pokemon. They started making some really dumb designs." I think this is one of the designs that gets brought up. People say,
Okay.
"Oh, they made just an ice cream cone."
So we're putting this as the dead last
This
then,
is
huh?
number 20, the worst
All
Pokemon
right.
we've rated so far. Vanillish.
Vanillish. Top 5 didn't or top 10 didn't change at all. So still Loudred at 10, Hariyama's at 9, Duat at 8, Rookie D at 7, Shieldon at 6, Rockruff at 5, Floatzel at 4, 3, Galarian Zigzagoon, Surfetch 2, and Squirtle still our king number 1. King or queen.
All right.
And yeah, that's gonna do it for Rank That Pokemon. That's gonna do it for this week's episode. We're gonna dive in here a little bit to basically just seeing Jeff. What do you want to promote?
Yeah, well, I would like to promote a YouTube channel that I also host on called Pop XP. I'm one of the co-hosts on their show, The Week in Pop. Records live on YouTube, unfortunately not on Twitch, but you can check it out there live on YouTube Thursdays at 8 o'clock Central Time. So check that out. We talk about movies and TV shows, just everything that's happening new in the week in pop culture. And then also want to promote my other podcast, Remember the Film. This week we talked about Shaun of the Dead, and that
Great
episode should be
movie.
live in the next couple of days. So check that out on YouTube or on podcast services. Dustin, what do you got going on?
I just really have Pocket Monsters to promote. As I've mentioned before, I have a wedding. My wedding is coming up very soon. Every week that we do this, it gets closer and closer. So I don't have any free time really to do anything other than this. So if you can follow us on follow us on Twitter at Podkin Monsters, and YouTube is Podkin Monsters as well too. Spotify, whatever. Share us, like it, rate it. Check our videos out, everything like that. We have a couple videos that have some better views than others. So if you can at least share stuff like that, maybe somebody will find something that we talk about interesting that maybe they don't know about.
And if you like watching live and all that, we record it live on Twitch so that people can come in and chat. Normally we got Harry or Riley or some of the other
Yep.
regulars in the chat here. But shout out to Brian Judd 1970 who just followed on twitch.tv/goodgamegrizz
Nice. Yeah.
because of our show here, Dustin. So
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
watch us here on this Twitch channel as well.
Yeah. It
Twitch.tv
was
slash
just
goodgamegrizz.
exactly. So that's pretty much going to do it. I think for me, I don't have anything else to promote. And again, if you are watching us live, we are going to open up a couple booster packs after the show as well too. So hang out, watch us do that. Otherwise, until next time, have a great week, everybody.